My girlfriend's best friend feels humiliated by the way I dress, saying I find it disrespectful that you wear such expensive clothes when you know I can't afford them. So I wore even more expensive clothes. I have always been a simple man who, although I don't come from a rich family, has worked hard to afford some quality things. I'm not one to brag, but I like to dress well. For me, the clothes I wear reflect my effort and dedication, they are not a way to humiliate anyone. However, my girlfriend's best friend, Carla, seems to have a serious problem with that. Carla is someone who, despite not having many comforts, feels that others must lower themselves to her level so as not to make her feel bad. Ever since I started dating my girlfriend, I noticed that Carla always made passive-aggressive comments about the things I bought or wore. At first, I didn't give it much thought because I assumed it was just passing envy, but I was wrong. One day, my girlfriend and I met Carla to go out to dinner. I wore a new shirt that I had bought recently, something a little more elegant than usual but nothing out of the ordinary for me. As soon as we arrived at the restaurant, I noticed that Carla was looking at me with a mixture of irritation and annoyance. During dinner, she kept making indirect remarks like, "I don't understand why people spend so much on clothes when we all end up wearing the same thing." In the end, she couldn't resist anymore and exploded. "You know? I find it disrespectful that you wear such expensive clothes when you know I can't afford them. You humiliate me every time I see you. You should be more thoughtful and dress more modestly. Not all of us have your luck." My first reaction was one of surprise. Was she really saying I had to change the way I dressed just because it made her feel bad? I don't consider myself arrogant, but I wasn't willing to let someone dictate how I should present myself, especially someone who clearly had issues with her own ego. I responded calmly, trying not to make a scene. "Carla, I don't wear expensive clothes to make you feel bad. I work hard to buy what I like, and I don't think I should have to change my style just because it doesn't sit well with you. If it makes you feel inferior, I think you should work on yourself, not what I do." The conversation became uncomfortable, but Carla didn't back down. She continued to criticize me, saying I just wanted to show off and that surely my girlfriend also felt bad about being with me. What I didn't expect was that my girlfriend, who had been quiet up until that point, would firmly take my side. "Carla, what you're saying doesn't make sense. He dresses the way he wants, and I love it. He doesn't have to change anything just to make you feel better." Carla stayed quiet for a moment, but I could tell by the look in her eyes that she wasn't going to let it go. At the end of dinner, we barely said goodbye, and I was left with a bad taste in my mouth. I knew this wasn't over, but I never imagined what would come next. Now comment update to tag you on part 2.